I look back, being a teenager in Japan, growing up in a traditional city in Japan called Kyoto. Well, now actually I create fashion, but back then actually I was consuming fashion. Japanese culture is so different from Western ones. I mean, I didn't realize that till I left Japan. I mean, growing up with my family, my grandparents had a house next door, and they were all wearing actually traditional clothes, kimono. What I noticed about kimono is actually they're made out of actually rectangular shaped cloth. I mean, I've never actually designed kimono myself, but being a kimono designer, I imagine actually they work on texture, colors, prints, and so on, because it's a highly textile-driven fashion. And then to me, that's what Japanese fashion is all about. You know, when I design my own collection, I never really force myself to express my Japanese entity, but I feel that it just comes out naturally. You know, I kind of actually managed to fuse with Australian ease. I guess actually Australia has got this particular attitude that, well, friendly to start with, but it's quite actually casual about things, you know. I remember actually the first time when I went to Opera House in Sydney, like people are actually wearing denim, like, you know, denim jeans and sneakers, and I thought, well, this is Opera House in Japan or in Paris. I mean, it never really happens, you know. So I feel actually my design is a result of actually, you know, some Japanese heritage with Australian attitude, which is actually friendly and easy. That particular picture I thought was taken actually like 90s, because I look so young. Yes, he must be a very good photographer, Peter. Yeah, I can't believe actually that, you know, it was actually taken apparently 2001. Yeah. So he wanted to actually come into the studio and spend actually some time with me and get vibe of the room first. What I noticed was actually, in fact, he spent a lot of time actually observing the room where, like my studio, where we work, and then he spotted the patterns. So there were already like large amount of patterns in a studio. I think that's what he was fascinated by. So somehow actually he asked me to be part of those like pattern display. Yeah, so I sat in front of it, but then he asked me to actually go inside of pattern. And I said, what do you mean inside? But he said, no, you actually move backwards and backwards. So that's what I did. He had, I think, some particular sense of humor himself, because he asked me to put this my label, where normally actually get attached to actually clothes, but he asked me to attach to my actually my hand. So that's, I think, a bit of his sense of humor, I think. So when I first actually came to visit Portrait Gallery, which was opening, because I wasn't aware that the portrait myself was actually in the gallery, I feel so honored to be part of actually these talented people. Yeah, I feel actually I'm not too bad, actually. I'm not doing too bad, actually, because I'm part of it, you know. Yeah, so thank you.